So I've got my mannequin, I've got a Lumecube up there, and I've got a Lumecube over there, and it's about 5:15 in the UK in springtime, and it's been a very sunny day. Temperature has got up to about 23 degrees Celsius. So it is a bright sunny day. Let's see if the Lumecube at this level of brightness is good enough for a portrait. So with the Lumecube, the first one, we need to turn it on here, hold it down, and it's got 10 levels of brightness. So I'm on the first level, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I go again, it will go back to 1. That's fine. That's giving good illumination. This one, I'm not sure it's got a great deal of battery in. This is the Lumecube Air. Just going to put it on here to give a bit of rim lighting. So we're going to go for 5.6, 1/100th of a second. Let's have a look at the photo we get. And you can just make out the mannequin. But let's try it again without the Lumecubes on. Hold down to turn off. I'm going to hold this down to turn off. Same settings as before. We can just about see it on the screen. So there's with the Lumecubes, there's without the Lumecubes. So I'm going to try again when it's a bit darker, and we'll talk about the results. 7 o'clock and we're back. The ambient light is still there though, so we haven't quite got to darkness yet. So I put the original Lumecube on full power, and I've got the Lumecube Air on full power as well. The Lumecube Air is not quite as bright as the original Lumecube. In fact, I think I'm just going to drop this one down a little bit. There we are. So that looks quite good. I know we've got this weird thing here, but for testing purposes, it's fine, and I'll adjust it a bit later. So now I'm going to take a picture with the same settings as before and see what we get. So what I've done is I've set up a Elastic softbox, and this is firing through the back. So you put your flash at the back. So what I've done, I don't know whether you can see it there, I've put my Lumecube at the back, I positioned it in place with a magnetic arm, just a cheap one, and that's firing through the back. Over here I've got my other Lumecube, and I've just put some black foil around it to prevent light spilling onto the background and to prevent light flaring in the camera. What I did was, to get a good exposure, I had to raise my ISO to 800, and I shot at 1/100th of a second at f5.6, and I took images with the Lumecubes on and with the Lumecubes turned off. So just before sunset, it does show that the Lumecubes can be used to illuminate a portrait session, and they can work with standard modifiers. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to see how good an image I can get with 2 Lumecubes.